Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Umurangi Generation. So I did go back and get all the optional objectives fast enough on the previous two levels. For doing it on the walled city, we got the ability to autofocus. I know I can now just press a button and the camera will fix the focus on the shot, which is fine. I kind of like the ability to have some elements out of focus. I think there's something there. I'm not going to pretend that I have developed any kind of artistic sensibility in the last 24 hours, but like, there's something there, right? Something in my spirit speaks to that. And then for this one, we got a lens that is pretty much the same as our default lens, except it's dirty. It's like smudged, and so it causes lens flare to show up more. You know, the grime on the lens catches the light. And actually, I really like it. I think it produces a lot of really nice looking photographs. So we're probably going to use it a whole bunch here in the Strand. I'm really having a good time with this so far. I think that, like, there's no challenge at all, right? Like, it's not like, oh man, how am I gonna get to $150? But like, when they're telling you you ought to take enough photographs to get $150, you sort of can't help but start like, well, if I'm going to be taking all these photographs, I should get something out of it. And, like, you play along. It makes you want to play along. It makes you want to get good photographs, just sort of like as a way of sort of like filling in who you are as a photographer while you're doing this. What's everybody doing? Apparently, is this the music, right? This music that we're hearing, is this the diegetic music that they are dancing to? Is that what's coming out of that thing, maybe? Listen, I know less about dancing than I know about photography. I'm not in a position to make fun of anybody here. This seems like a good wide-angle sort of thing, right? I'm assuming we're supposed to take a group photo, but that's not going to work because there's no penguin in it. So yeah, we do need a photo of our friends. We need... Okay, I think we just saw this sign right where we started. Take a photo with your telephoto lens that has the word gamer in it 7 times. Truly a cursed artifact. A bloodhound, the word XCF, some spray cans and vans, the word taputa, cats. Okay. $190 is a little bit... It feels like that might be tricky, but also there are so many objects in these shots. Like, we got $12 for that. I really do think that the number of just, like, game elements in the shot has a lot to do with how much you get paid for it. Hold on, we're definitely gonna fiddle with the saturation on this one and the exposure. I want those lights to really pop. It's kind of doing it, right? I wonder how much... Oh, if is this like a rock band thing where like playing plastic guitar does not make you any better at playing real guitar? Or like, could you maybe actually learn a little bit about photography from this? I mean, probably your camera doesn't just have sliders on it, right? How's it going, guys? Feels like maybe a little bit of an aggressive stance to have here at the dance party. Alright, well, we're gonna need, for the postcard, we're gonna need to be up there, right? I think so? Yeah, let's do that now. Also, I figured out while I was taking those other photos, check this out. I have a double jump. I did not even realize. The physics of it are a little bit weird. It seems like the second jump doesn't really generate a lot of upthrust. So if you do it after you have started falling from the first jump, you sort of just don't. It slows you down slightly, but you don't go upward anymore. Give me... Where's my normal lens? This is like... This says something about culture, right? Also, I hate that tagline. I hate that that's so much what that movie is. But it's too close to home. It hits me too much in my home. So wait, the postcard thing... I mean, this seems right, but the postcard thing usually has a little, like, there's a little indicator of where you're supposed to stand, isn't there? Oh, it's over there. Ah, it's like a telephoto shot. Okay. Interesting. I mean, we're still looking for lots of other things, and of course there's lots of film canisters to find and whatnot. And a red panda. Greetings from the Tanuki friends. I was about to say, that is not a Tanuki, but they're on top of it. They know what's up. I'm gonna straighten this out a little bit with my lean. There we go. Do I wanna... Hold on. We're gonna give this Tanuki a little bit of lens flare. This not Tanuki. A little bit of lens flare to really communicate his majesty. Dial that up a bit. There we go. See, what that photograph says as a piece of art is that I think that red pandas are very majestic. So maybe not exactly the word. So, if we're looking for a word repeated 7 times, it's got to be something like this, right? We're going to be able to see a bunch of different signs that have... Yeah, here we go. By gamers, for gamers. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay, so we had to get this white sign down here. Whatever that... The gamers... Snot Horde? Is that what that says? And we also have to get... okay, you know what? We might want to be lower for this, actually. I don't think this angle's good. We definitely don't want to be on the ground, because then the signs are going to be obscuring each other, but, like, this should do it. Who doesn't love gamers, am I right? And then I'm just gonna do this, despite the fact that that seems very dangerous. Alright, let's go get our postcard shot. How much film? There are 8 film canisters, and I've not seen one of them. It seems like a pretty small area. I mean, probably some of you guys have seen one by now. I'm sure I've walked past them. Oh no, wait, I was already on telephoto. Okay. So have this sign over to the side. This doesn't... Man, maybe this isn't a telephoto thing. Maybe this is a normal lens with a zoom? Okay, you want to get... Huh, or maybe this is wrong entirely? This is where the little thing is. But there's supposed to be... Where's that... Huh. Because the shot would be something like the top of the R to the bottom of the G. It's pretty much this. Huh. I guess this isn't actually part of the image? Yeah. Weird. It's like a little sticker that they put on the postcard. And then I jumped off a building because I thought that was a smart thing to do. So here's a cat. Do we see any other cats around? Maybe there's a cat. What is that? Oh, it's... Is this an advertisement for for rations? Is that... Is that how rations work? I mean, I'll take this picture. Again, I don't know, man. Maybe it's because I'm a total hack, artistically speaking. But I just really like the lens flare makes the picture feel automatically significant. It puts a really obvious, really dumb, meaning into it in a way that I appreciate. We're gonna take a not dirty picture of this, though. The Succulent Seafood Show. It's got credits at the bottom like this is a movie poster. I guess it's a poster for a movie that is about a fake television show, maybe? Just trying to see if there was like a place where we could see that cat from above and we would also be able to see another cat. I'm gonna fall off of this. So you gotta get a picture of 2 cats. Also the word Tapuna, which I'm sure is on one of these signs around here somewhere. Let me telephoto that. Let me figure out how to operate the camera. Oh right, I have an autofocus. I could just be autofocusing. Off-world futures, so I guess that tells us something about the level of technology in this sci-fi cyberpunk future that we're in here. Here's a problem. I don't know what the word Tapuna could possibly mean. It would be a lot easier to know where to look if I had some idea what I was looking for, you know? Are you tired of dodgy UN repairs? Well, Jonah Crest will do it instead, and probably the UN guys won't even shoot him. Maybe. This is a pretty cool giant painting. You can't tell if it's an advertisement or not. Here, let's get low here. Shoot this from above. Let's go like wide angle and sideways. I want to get a lot of it in the frame. Yo! Hey look, it's that red sky we've heard so much about. Hold on, now I'm all leaned. I've changed my mind. Now I want that to be part of the thing. Do we want to mess with... So we could try to tint this whole thing a little redder. Really turn up the menace of this shot. This is what the terrifying red sun has done to us all. That's minimalist, is it? I think that there is still a lot of story that we have yet to be filled in on. Is that guy? He's Link. I can't tell if those are supposed to be... This is a problem with the art style of the game, which I, in general, very much like, but I can't tell if that's supposed to be that dude has sunglasses on, or if he is, like, totally, like, BTL chipped in a VR headset. Or maybe he's just vibing, you know? Did someone say scapegoat? Yeah, pretty much always. Okay, this is interesting. Man, this must be so much fun. To, like, create a setting and then get to create all of the fake cultural artifacts of that setting. So you can get a lot of a sense of who people are as a culture from the sort of art that they make. And obviously, I mean, it's not rocket science to figure out how people feel about the state of the world when you're seeing stuff like The Next Frontier with the tagline, Earth is finished, and this thing is like, the government stole your money and destroyed your freedoms. But it's just as meaningful that the piece of art that we're looking at, this video game, contains, was made to contain these things. It's just really, really unfortunate justification there. Oh, hey. There we go. This does not help me at all. I know nothing more about the word Tapuna than I did when we started this. It's just weather. It's just earthquakes. Sure, it's just the end of all society as we know it. I feel this. I get where they're coming from. My impression is that I got a grimmer view of the world than a lot of the people that I talk to on a daily basis, and a grimmer view of where things are going. I'm feeling pretty at home here, unfortunately. Oh, man. Is that guy's mohawk? Is it just like... No, we're not in like a blacklight area. He probably just has a glowing mohawk. That's very good and cool. Hold on, hold on. Let's get him with the dirty lens, and I want to catch him. Here we go, something like this. We're definitely going to mess with the saturation on this. I want to get the back of his jacket. Yeah. So let's turn that up. Let's turn the exposure up a little bit. I want to get the glowing. Yeah, look at that. I'm trying to take a picture of how I feel about that guy, rather than taking a picture of that guy, right? From the creators of... What does that say? Oh, this is... Coke Man. I have no idea what our character looks like, but I hope that I have a glowing mohawk as gorgeous as that one. Alright, so we got a repair crew in here doing some kind of something. Salvage work, I guess? So we still haven't found cats. I need to get 4 spray cans together. The word XCF, which I have not been looking for. And also a bloodhound. You know, like this one. But the bloodhound picture has to be taken with a telephoto. I call this one, Who's a Good Boy? Okay, there are not 4 spray cans together in this hallway. But I mean, there's gotta be a shot around here. That's 3. Here we go. If we take this from down this hall... I probably don't need the wide angle. Yeah, in fact, I don't want the wide angle. Let's dig in on this a little bit. How does this look if we use the dirty one? Okay, the stuff is not as glowy. The paint is not as glowy as it looks. Also, of course, it's probably not like totally going to blow your mind when I tell you that I discovered that the game saves all the photographs you take, right? It makes a little gallery on your computer in your Steam directory. So it is nice to get to go and look at all of the hard work you did. Gaming gachas and girls. Why, it's like paradise. Hold still, sir. Please don't shoot me. I want to try to get him in the shot a little bit. It would be really great if I could get, if we go wide angle maybe. We lose the glow, but I want to get the gun in the shot. This is just like, this is where we're at right now. And you know what? It's not ideal. It's not great. And do not attempt to scale, maximum penalty $34,000. Why would it be... Oh boy. Eye-opening look into the mind of the doomsday cult leader who got 70 people killed. The things that people in the world believe. It's just... I mean, obviously we're taking a picture of this. Can we straighten this out a little bit? The problem is... the people in the mindset described, thinking clowns to the left of me and jokers to the right. They're wrong about both of those things, but in different ways that are it's equally bad for them to be wrong in. That's a whole complicated mess. Do I want to like crouch on the stairs, or no? We should probably just wide angle this, right? Of course, they want you to get wide angle pictures because they gave you the wide angle lens last mission. So we still gotta find the word XCF, and we gotta take the picture from close up, we gotta hit 2 vans, and then we don't have to do any of the rest of this stuff, but... Oh, also film, which is actually good, because I almost ran out of pictures there. The future is Japanese. The chosen language of off-world living is Japanese. Start your journey today. Again, another instance of this game being remarkably cyberpunk. When I'm introducing people who are not super familiar with cyberpunk stuff to like Shadowrun for the first time, to run games for them, they're always kind of like, really? Everybody speaks Japanese? And it's like, yeah, listen, when the genre started, we were making some real wild assumptions about the economic future of the planet. There we go. Gotta get the penguin in there, obviously. Would you like to perhaps pose a little bit? Could you maybe like, give me... No, give me like your way into what's happening right now. Well, okay, can we do better than that, maybe? No, excitement. Show me excitement. She doesn't... Okay. No excitement to be had. We are out of excitement today. Am I allowed to ask you to pose? No, of course not. I would never do that. Look at the dignity. Look at the dignity on this creature's face. I could never. The paint job on this car is extreme. Hold on. I want to shoot that from above a little bit. Where's my dirty lens? If that stuff is phosphorescing as much as it looks like, this will look really cool. And like, so I talked a little bit, I mentioned yesterday, just sort of briefly, that like, communicating world details through graffiti on walls is the most video game shit in the entire universe. I think that the photography conceit here is, like, fantastic as a way of basically, like, you just create these spaces. There's no gameplay challenge, like, in a sort of like a Dead Cells or Dark Souls kind of sense, but the challenge is sort of like coming to grips with the world around you, observing and taking in environmental details. It's such a clever design. What a good way of communicating stuff to a player. Stand clear on sirens. So is this where the giant robots come up? Is this like Nerve is right underneath here maybe? No trespassing on this ground in the middle of the street. Feels like that's pretty significant, right? Actually, probably this is a better picture if I get more context, right? The idea that we would be told not to trespass in the middle of our streets. There we go, and we actually like get the dancers in the background. I think that's a good picture. I think that's a photograph that, like, it says something, man. What's your deal? You are dressed up like a giant robot pilot. That's a giant robot pilot who is on break, I think. Alright, the word XCF, and of course 2 vans. I mean, 2 vans is like... We have had 2 vans for a while. I'm not paying attention, though. I'm not looking around for XCF. Let us discover the XCF. Join the good fight. Peace Corps Defense Force. A lot of the text I find hard to read without looking at it through the camera, because the way it sort of distorts. Contact a UN recruiter on blockchain. A grim vision of the future, indeed. XCF. We've probably seen it already because we've looked at a lot of the signs. But I do not remember where we might have seen it. They do also do the other thing, to be clear. Don't take this as real advice. What am I looking at here? Is this like energy drinks or... No, wait. How do I... Oh, does it autofocus in the camera in post? No. That's weird. The autofocus button... Huh. The button that I was told autofocus was, I think, turns out not to be that. It is already assigned to something else. Death calls for the Tokyo... No, the Tokyo Death Police are the death that is calling. I mean, that's pretty cool. I'd watch that movie. XCF. I mean, you think it's part of some graffiti, maybe? Listen, I too was playing first-person shooters in the 90s, and it gives me infinite license to be insufferable. That's what I've learned from the way people talk on the internet. Thing is, XCF is not really, it's not words. It's not pronounceable. I can't think of a way that you would make it part of a word that is pronounceable. So, are we looking for like a code of some kind on a, really, no film back here at all. I'm surprised. So I'm thinking it's either like part of a serial number or, oh, license plate. It could totally be part of a license plate. XCF is definitely... Wait. Oh, yeah, I can ask you to change your pose. Oh, film. Cool. Can't help but notice that a lot of these cars are not actually licensed. This might be a, This might be one of these American expectation things, that I'm looking for the license plate always on the back of the car. Because they do it in different places. Right? What about the vans? I didn't look for licenses on the vans. I will say that the string of letters XCF is definitely... It's giving me... It's triggering something in my brain. Is it like a common file type, or... Okay, yeah, most of these vehicles do not have license plates, and are perhaps not actually street legal. I am way too close to get focus on that. Boy, I cannot get the camera to read this damn poster at all. The resolution on these posters is too low. Let's drop back in down here. We looked at most of the signs down here, I think. I guess let's go check the graffiti tunnel again. People write anything in a graffiti tunnel. Are these new? These look like the posters that we've seen before. Or sort of the front pages of newspapers that we've seen before. Does that say cyber assassinations on it? It sure does. Why am I so bad at focusing with this damn... Oh, because I have the telephoto lens on is probably got a lot to do with it. 6 cyber assassinations. That is the best kind of assassination. If you were going to do one. I'm just saying it feels like it's the lowest risk. You know, you could theoretically cyber assassinate somebody from like a really long way away. But you gotta make sure they're not a gamer first, because as we all know, they would just respawn. So you think that's one of the kaiju, or is that potentially a giant robot for fighting kaiju? It definitely gives off, like, Unit 01 energy to me. Can I turn up the green on this a little bit? I want to, like, really pronounce the, Yeah. Wow. That is a low-value photograph. Nobody is interested in my take on how green this robot is. Oh, wow. How did I miss this before? How did I just not even notice? You know what? Nobody ever looks up in video games. That is a hard rule. A rule learned through many, many hours of playing immersive sims. Well, Prime Minister is off having fun that none of the rest of us can afford to have. Hey, that sounds familiar. Are there any film canisters? Aha. You know, all this film canister stuff is good information for later. I think the intention here was maybe to reduce the menace of this UN figure, but I mean, these ghosts have got to know they're going to get packed any moment now. So we have not seen anything that looks like an XCF. Where would we find this? Like, I'm wondering if it's gonna be something tricky, maybe? Where, like, it says XCF because, like, part of a thing is obscured, or... So far, the game has not been that puzzly, but that doesn't mean it won't become that puzzly. You know, honestly, 1 hour for $10 doesn't sound like such a bad deal given the rate of exchange on these photographs. Were I an XCF, where might I be? Oh, you know what? Yeah, it could be a type of car. Maybe one of these cars is like a sick Honda XCF. See if there's like a logo or anything. Aha! Oh, I need that. Yeah, leave that on. So, I guess we're good. There's no sense in accomplishing any of the optional objectives if you don't do them all. Like, you don't get partial credit. So I guess we may as well just move on to the next area. I'm feeling pulled along by the narrative that is being presented to us here, way more than I feel like I usually am, often am in games. The world they have created is compelling enough that I'm a little perturbed that I can't figure out where the hell to deliver the thing to. It's often just been by our friends, right? Wait, who wants all this parcel? I have a parcel full of so many photographs. You know, it didn't even really occur to me, although I guess it should have, that maybe that is an answer that we're actually going to get. I've been thinking about, like, finding out more narrative in terms of getting more development about the world story, but maybe we are actually going to find out who is paying for these photographs, why this is even a job that I can have. Because it's weird, right? I guess I don't know how being a professional photographer works. Maybe it's just like very normal that a person would pay you to go to a place and take a bunch of weird photographs first with specific lists of criteria, but... Oh, that's probably the bloodhound we were supposed to get a picture of with the telephoto. Yeah, I don't actually see the little red box that is our delivery zone. I guess let's check the underground areas. Down here, maybe. Let's look here first. Nope. Yeah, maybe it's down in the tunnel. I do wish that we had, like, a sprint. It's like the whole point of the game, the whole point of the way everything is designed, is that you are supposed to look around and pay attention to your surroundings and not miss stuff. But also the default walk speed is very slow. Am I missing it? We are cool to drop stuff off. Something just... Yep, that's a lot of sparks. They should probably turn that off, right? Especially if they're going to be working back there. Is it over in the corner over here? I don't exactly remember where we started, unfortunately. We know that it's not up on any of the balconies. Ah, here it is. Do we work for the Taronga Courier Service? Maybe that's that environmental narrative right there. So yeah, obviously I still don't really have a good sense of what it is that causes you to get paid, what makes a valuable photograph versus a non-valuable photograph. Now we can adjust the contrast, which I've been sort of doing in a very clumsy way by messing with the exposure and saturation, but it's nice to have a direct knob for it. Uh-oh. This seems like a place that I should not be. Yo! Oh, this is so cool. Okay, I'm gonna be very careful. But also, I mean, obviously we gotta get some pictures. The word boomer... Okay, yeah, so there are post-photo elements on the postcards that I should just ignore. A generator, and I have to be... What is the difference between nearby and close by, do you reckon? Is it just a matter of degree? Is near less than close? Or rather, close... I'm imagining close is a smaller distance than near, is what I'm trying to express. 10 green chem lights... Boy, I don't like that my friends are here. I would like it if they were not. How you guys doing? Let's maybe wide angle that. I mean, I guess I like the fact that everybody pitches in, right? Community defense is important, but also I don't want my friends to have to hold guns, frankly. Okay. Telephoto, not totally appropriate. I'm a little surprised that we weren't told not to take pictures of such a thing. Man, this is pretty intense. So this is the same spot that we were in earlier. So I'm assuming like this is a place we spend some time, right? Oh, don't take photos of blue bottles. I didn't even see the blue bottle. Hold on, that's film. Don't mind me, fellas. It does feel like you should be cautious not to bump a person who is employing weaponry. Alright. So we need... Here we go. These are the lights, right? Yes, they are. This is definitely not a very fancy picture. Okay, let's... Just a normal lens and no effects. So it looks like Sharky's maybe seen better days. Oh, God. So, are these the things that the blue bottles come out of, maybe? Alright, just, yeah, right, focus on the job. 10 green chem lights. Let's just try to do that and ignore the gunfire, shall we? 3 targets with the telephoto, 2 body bags, 4 first aid kits. You know, I almost started singing when we said 10 green chem lights, and the game is really leaning into it. So, I don't think we want to go down there anymore. What is that on the wall? Oh, yeah. Can we... That seems like a poignant thing to take a photograph of. Oh, this is a dirty lens kind of deal. Saturation up. Like, we really lost a lot of the red in the photo here for some reason. I'm not 100% sure why. I want to play that red all the way up. Because this is how I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling like perhaps this would be a good time for somebody to save our souls. Oh, shit. I'm really curious what's up there. There we go. It's just like a... Is that supposed to be a... What is this? Boy, this is a... It's very difficult to tell exactly what's going on, and I really don't want to touch any of the alien organisms. Alright, all the targets were over here before, right? They were over on this side, so... It does look like there's not a lot left of the area that they were in, if indeed we are in the same place. It might not... It may be that this is not supposed to be the same place. Right, because, like, if it were supposed to be the same place, there'd be all those solar panels up there, right? Oh, no, there totally are. You can see when the tracer rounds go off behind them. Okay. First aid kits, targets, a generator. Hold on now. From the Squiddy Racer gang. Well, they're gonna have some work to do. Oh, wait, I have a flash. Right, we totally earned that flash. Just feels like a lot of stuff's real dangerous. Okay, if I were medkits, if I was gonna stockpile some medkits, I'd put them up here. So maybe... No, maybe not. I mean, we're providing medical assistance to this guy. Is there a box of oh, hey. How you doing? Is there a box that medkit came out of somewhere around here? 1, 2... Because there were definitely just big crates full of them before, right? If we were to take this picture from a low angle right here, we could maybe get 3 in? Oh, no, there's two right here. Okay, so... I'm going to need a wide angle. There we go. We can get all these in the shot. We just have to take it when that guy is sort of cringing upward. Well, I mean, it does feel a little bit exploitative for me to be like, hold on, let me let that guy collapse in pain before I go snapping this. But, you know, I have a job to do here. Let's turn down the light from the flash a little bit so that it's not as obvious. There we go. 3 targets, 2 body bags, the word boomer. Gonna find some more of that environmental narrative. Alright, well, we know about this from before. This seems like a very dangerous thing to do. Because, like, if we get on that platform we were on before, which we will not be doing, I was going to say, we'll be right in front of those guns, is the thing. I'm glad I figured out that I have a double jump. Looks like it's maybe not... Okay. It is, in fact, just barely sufficient to get up here. Are you okay? Oh, okay. That man is alive and actively firing, which makes this a bad time to step on him. So most of the targets, I guess, are probably in that fire? Is there any chance we can see any of them? Sure doesn't look like it. Boy, this is a whole situation, huh? I mean, let's take a picture of the real wild situation. It does feel like the photo rating system lacks urgency, right? For the things that are going on to be going on, and for it to be like, oh, that's a colorful landscape. So yeah, maybe there have been some targets that have been pulled over here or something. And then also the word boomer. I'm assuming it'll be in graffiti or something, because I don't think we've seen anything stamped on any of the boxes. Oh, hey. Yep, we do still need this, don't we? That's grim. I don't know. It feels a little bit disrespectful to have done that with the flash on, frankly. Am I allowed to touch you? I mean, you're still moving around, which is very worrying. So we got the word boom several times. I mean, that's not going to count, right? The bottom boom being right next to that ER? That better not count. That feels... Let's use the dirty lens. No, okay. I was going to say, that feels a little bit misleading on the game's part, if that's what we were going for. I mean, do we see any... It doesn't look like any of the targets are still over here. Alright, I'm going to try to drop down to the lower level. Nope, don't do that. Not allowed to do that. Well, I don't see any of the targets then. Oh, there's one. Oh, here we go, here we go. Oh, were we supposed to be... We were supposed to be telephoto, and it's supposed to be 3 of them. Okay, I do see a third one. There we go. Just barely in the corners. Okay, so we gotta be close by the word boomer, and that's it. And actually, we're not doing terribly on time. This one probably will not be very difficult to go back and get quickly. Although I'm gonna have to figure out where the rest of the film is. Alright, the word boomer. I mean, where have we not been? I guess, you know what, there's a little ledge over here that we didn't actually drop onto because it looks like it's not safe. Is there any, like, new graffiti over here, maybe? Oh. I don't know if that sound is supposed to be me getting electrocuted. Is there any... No, it doesn't look like anybody's written anything on the walls over here. Like, it's really interesting to absorb... Oh, wait. Is the word boomer on this? It's really interesting to get to, like, walk around here like a ghost and absorb these moments as they're going on. But I actually I feel a little bit like the thing that I'm a photographer is sort of working against what's fascinating about that idea. It's almost like I might like it better if it were more of an Obra Dinn thing, where I was like, I'm not even really here, I'm after the fact. But there is certainly a level of cyberpunkness then that you lose of basically like still doing your shitty minimum wage job because you literally have to survive no matter how bad things get, no matter what kind of catastrophe you are personally going through. Not that I'm speaking from experience that makes me exceedingly bitter or anything. So apparently that would have been the easy way to get the targets. Oh wait, there's something written down. Oh no, that's just the skull and the knife. I mean, whatever it is, we have to be able to get close to it. So it won't require the telephoto, but the telephoto might be useful in figuring it out. Maybe each one of the, maybe each one of these chem light arrows is just indicating film. Well, I mean, that wasn't the case with the one that pointed us up onto the top of the barricade, though, was it? Oh, you know what? This is just a red chem light, I think. Huh. Alright, is there anything written on any of the surfaces around here? These ones where we have to find words are definitely the ones that are giving me the most trouble. What is this indicating? Yeah, maybe they are mostly just indicating film. Oh, let me up. I'm stuck on something there. This doesn't say boomer on it, does it? It doesn't feel like boomer is a word that the UN would use. It feels a little Oh, you know what I'm realizing? Maybe this is right and we were just too far away from it before, because it's supposed to be a close-up picture. Can we get just the boomer in frame? Yep, that totally is it. Okay, I feel a little misled, because that's not really what that photograph is of. Alright, well, I guess let's get out of here. Yeah, we missed the timer by a little bit, and we didn't quite get all the film. Okay, I gotta get up on here first, apparently. But I'm not worried about this one. I think I will be able to come back and get this one pretty easily. I mean, if we were shooting for the newspaper or something, you know, for the news, it makes sense that they would want documentary evidence of whatever terrifying conflict that we were just experiencing. It feels to me like those rifles are probably ill-suited to the purpose they were being used for. Okay, fisheye lens. I think we can do one more, probably. Especially if this one takes place entirely on a subway car, maybe? I'm assuming from the sort of like the rumbling. Alright, 5 seagulls and on flashing red lights. We gotta get it when it's in the on state. 2 coffee and 1 down light. Okay, so we gotta use the fisheye lens a bunch. The numbers 2 and 3 with the telephoto. Okay. So here's 2 of my friends. I need to... Hold on, let's... Where's my fisheye? Oh, apparently we got the sauce in the cereal there. I was taking that for our friends. We also got 20 sticky notes there? Are not... Is that not all my friends? Because we have 3 for sure. I can see... I just kind of assumed our other friend was down here. But no, he's actually not. Where is he? Oh, that's... Yep. We gotta take it from this side. There we go. Don't take photos of blue bottles. What's wrong with you? Nobody wants that. This one's for my personal collection. So, they just, like, they didn't have a shower at the... Huh. Yeah, man, this game is really good at communicating a certain sense of place. Okay. What is my postcard here? We got a picture of the American-style fast food sign. It looks fairly zoomed in. Oops, that's not what I wanted. So that's like... more like this, I think? that was kind of a close enough. They just sort of gave that to us, even though we weren't 100% there. I don't even see the film. Ah, there it is. It looks an awful lot like that guy's cup. Oh, apparently there are 5 seagulls in that shot? Is that the case? Huh. Alright, I'm just being handed a lot of credit for a lot of things that I'm not trying very hard to do. Maybe let's not stand back here in the body bag section of the car. Coming back from, you know, the whole deal. So there's a lot of, like, loose UN gear laying around. It's clear that some of these people are like, people brought in from elsewhere. And then we have our local defense forces here, who were shooting at a very, very large monster with weapons that are not going to be effective for that task at all. But, I mean, I guess what else? What are you going to do? Sit around and do nothing? 2 coffee and 1 downlight with the wide-angle lens. I don't know exactly what it is, a downlight. What is that thing? Oh, this is really cool. I'm not gonna lie, I started looking at this window because I kind of thought this was a Zoidberg. There you go. I really want to get the rainbow effect on the painting. Okay, is there anything interesting over here? Yeah, okay, that's interesting. I do not seem to be able to get about half of this into focus. Oh, it looks better in the photograph. Alright, coffee and downlight. Can I not get a... No, I just cannot. I'm really bad at getting the camera to focus on things that are too close, and there's definitely like a distance that's just too close and it doesn't work. I'm not great at recognizing when I am looking at a thing that that fits that description. So this is like the more relaxed car. What do you got going on in here? Can I sneak in? That's a movie? What is this a poster for? Mario's VR gamer cereal. I do love a gamer cereal. As a gamer, it's very important to me that I never consume non-gamer food. Huh, that's just Jimmy Carter. Okay, weird. It's like it's a very American style eatery here. So, I mean, like, it says downlight? Am I being silly? Is this just a light of some kind? I'm gonna be honest with you. Downlight sounds to me like the name of a cool cyberpunk drug. Okay, apparently we caught an on-flashing red light. I mean, we're driving past stuff. I'm getting a lot of accidental credit here. I'm sort of just taking pictures of things that I think look interesting for the moment, because it keeps working. Okay, so we still, with the telephoto, gotta get 5 American flags in the same shot. We can probably do that. There's an awful lot of American flags around here. I'm gonna need to go further back than this. Phew. Yeah, the telephoto is the part of this that's the problem. I can do this very easily with any other lens. We can get... Yeah, I have to be a little closer. Maybe I'm supposed to be doing this from the other side of the train. Because I'm trying to get that one in there. This guy's pants probably count, right? Oh, we have this tiny one here, though. Maybe I could... if I could shoot between these guys. I mean, do they have to be in focus? It just says flags, right? Because we could try to get the one on the wall in there, that one, the one in the photograph. I mean, this counts as 5, right? There's 2 in the photographs on the wall. You can only kind of see the edge of one of them. Yeah, good enough. There's red and white stripes. We know what the rest of it's going to be. The numbers 2 and 3, and this is again telephoto. A shot that contains the numbers 2, the number 2 and the number 3. It's incredible. How did he do it? They will say when they are handing me my Pulitzer Prize in photography. And you know what my answer is going to be? I'm gonna thank Sesame Street for teaching me about numbers. And I'm not going to thank Sesame Street for never teaching me a damn thing about how cameras work. How are you supposed to get your damn lens to... Is it just a too much off-axis problem? I mean, hold on. Will this work? Yeah, they totally gave us that, even though there's no way that you could tell that those are the numbers 2 and 3 from that shot. Look at this. This guy is trying so hard to come across as friendly. It's just like, I just don't want to make everybody mad at me. That's where I'm at. And I get it, man. I guess, actually, there's a whole bunch of different ways you could get 5 American flags in the same shot. There are a lot of American flags in here. Is this what it feels like to non-Americans to see all media? Just like everything that is produced in the U.S. is just like, fuck, there are a lot of American flags in frame right now. Always, no matter what we are looking at. Yeah, I still don't actually... The only thing we're missing now is 2 coffee and 1 downlight, and I don't know what a downlight is. Am I overthinking this? Is it just a light that's, like, down? I'm just gonna take pictures that have 2 coffees in them until it gives it to me, I guess. Or I'm gonna Google it in a second. That's probably the smarter... It's probably the smarter thing to do. Okay, it turns out half of the film for the level was in here. I mean, that's a bunch of coffees. Maybe it's near this. Maybe Downlight is a brand of drink or something? Maybe there's a bottle that we are to find that has the word Downlight written on it. Okay, not a lot of new information here. This says Everlaster on it, so it's not the brand of drink there. Really? Kaiju breakfast cereal? Hold on. Let me... I'm just saying, given the circumstances, seems like maybe in poor taste, this is also a bad lens for this. For the hungry little monsters of tomorrow. I'm gonna try to like use the technical elements of this picture to make it really obvious to anyone looking at it that I think this is in poor taste. And you know, that's just a standard landscape is what that is. Alright, I feel really dumb. But I am absolutely going to tab out. You guys can just listen to the delightful music here. I'm just gonna... A downlight. Oh, it's like a lighting fixture. Is that the only meaning of this? I guess I didn't really... Just like, a lighting fixture on a roof where, like, it's pointing downward. Is that a term people commonly use? I don't think I've ever heard that before. Alright, so if we make sure we get these two guys' coffees and also... But see, these aren't... Yeah, no, that's totally... It's just any light that is pointed downward. Well, I guess that makes sense from the name. And we actually almost... We would absolutely have had that on time if I was familiar with that term for that thing. So, the aftermath. I'm glad we did one more level after the kaiju level. It feels appropriate to have like a little wind down like that.
Congratulations.
Oh hey, we got a bloom effect.
Congrats.
It does feel like in general this is stuff you would want to do like before taking the photo and not afterward. But hey, digital cameras, right? This is the magic of the future. Alright. Well, that is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm really digging what this game is showing us. I'm glad that this was pointed out to me by so many people whose podcasts I listen to. When you come back next time, tomorrow, hopefully we're going to keep getting filled in here, and hopefully maybe my aesthetic eye will develop just like a tiny little bit by the time we're done here. And we'll see you then.